Maybe becoming aware of our center. Just allowing that to come to us, whatever that means to us. The center point of our being. Maybe feeling how the stillness opens a channel towards our center. So becoming still allows us to feel our center. And that center point can begin to amplify, as well as focus. So everything that we know ourselves to be becomes the center. So there's a sense of narrowing down, as well as amplifying and expanding. Almost like breathing, drawing everything in to that one point of light. And expanding ourselves into that alignment. Feeling how radiant we are, how expansive, limitless. Let's become aware of how that center point contains all of us. divine consciousness. That knowing awareness of all beings. So at that point, we know ourselves to be one being. In that center point, there's no separation. And we're just soaking into the joy of that. Allowing that knowledge to expand and soak into our whole awareness, into everything that our consciousness has created and our consciousness itself. Just resting in the clarity of that. Let's just encourage that feeling, that oneness to fill us up, fill up our body, feel how it responds. Fill up our mind, everything we know ourselves to be is filled by the oneness. And becoming aware of that oneness in others, in everything we consider is beyond ourselves, realizing that nothing is beyond ourselves. And letting the peace of that reverberate through And let's invite anything that we consider as unharmonious, negative, hurtful, destructive, anything that might come into our minds in that way. Let's invite that to become part of this peace, this coherence that we share without any hesitation. Any part of ourselves we might consider less than or dark or unworthy. Anything we judge in others or in the world. Invite all of that to join. Allow that discerning part of ourselves to relax and know that everything is divinely held. And just feel the relief of that. That we as individuals need do nothing as a whole. Everything is healed. Just feeling how powerful it is when we remember our wholeness. So let ourselves unravel completely. All our individual complications are unraveling. As we touch into that deepest peace, of solidarity, recognizing that we're love, that our love is freely given, and freely received. And everything is free. As we fully let go. Let's just begin to feel grateful, thankful for this time together. For this oneness that we share together. For the gift of our consciousness. Of our beautiful mind. Untouched by darkness. For all the opportunities we have to love. And all the opportunities to receive love. Just feel the healing power of gratitude. Just let any anxiety, tiredness, pain, sadness, let all of that be healed. Not hold on to anything. Just let the identity we've created for ourselves completely dissolve. Just feeling how soothing and releasing that is. And allowing our true nature to begin to materialize in our heart. Naturally, easily, fully accepted. Without hesitation. And feel how this true nature is deeply resonant with everyone else that we see as an individual. On this level, there's no separation between us. Fully allow ourselves to receive the oneness, the understanding, we just gently begin to come back and open our eyes when we're ready. Feel free to share.
No, it's beautiful, Gaby. Really lovely. It's so poignant for me, I have to say. So,
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah.
It's very freely flowing today. I think we all like we just merge,
Yeah.
and it's easy to just.
Thank you, Camille.
You're
I had some
welcome.
unravelings that I donated.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, yeah. I
That's
feel the
great.
same way, Anne. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Very difficult times we live in.
Yeah.
Do you feel things come up when? So I always feel like there's a sort of pattern that I kind of remember every time. It's not like I'm sort of following something, but like that we kind of get into this coherent place, and then there's like this memory of like what's not there, and it's like that has to be invited in some way. So do people feel that when I say that, or like do you feel anxieties or things come through just out of interest? Because
Yeah, I
You
do.
want?
It's
Oh,
just,
you made it. I'm so
well,
glad.
yeah, Gabby was there.
well,
That was
thank-
one of my anxieties, feeling bad that I hadn't mentioned it to
well,
There
the
you
last
go.
time it was me that forgot to tell you, so I don't know. It was strange.
Yeah.
Yeah, even though I wasn't, I was kind of, it's difficult to focus really. Yeah, it did really resonate when it's that bit that you mentioned, especially when, yeah, yeah, it always seems to resonate like what you say with
Yes.
I'm
Mm,
feeling that day or whatever.
that's cool.
Mm.
Oh,
Was a prayer answered for me. It was
That's great.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very strange how it always seems to be so appropriate. Maybe it isn't strange. Maybe
it's
that's how it
beautiful.
really works.
Yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it?
It is beautiful.
Yeah, I think it is. I mean, it's just amazing, isn't it? The way that
Mm.
divine intelligence works. It's just,
Mm.
I mean, in a way, it couldn't really be any other way because it is all there is, and it's,
Mm.
yeah, but then still it's,
You do have to listen to it. And you seem to be very good at doing that, Cammy,
Mhm.
I
well, I
must say.
think, yeah, it's just becoming still, isn't it? And
Mm.
Mm.
yeah, practice, I suppose.
And I really felt the love so gentle.
Mm.
Yeah, that word gentleness came at the
Yeah.
end. Yeah.
It's beautiful. Thank you, Cammy.
Mm.
No, it's I don't
Yeah.
really feel like it's me at all. I feel like I'm just
Well,
No, I know it's through
it's
you.
almost like I'm just commenting
You're a channel.
commenting on it.
it's funny that you said that about being still, because the second of, well, I'm always a bit obsessed with the course, but
Mm.
the second of today's the two lessons that are in the today's review is let me be still and listen to the truth.
Oh wow,
Oh,
that's so
wow.
cool. Yeah, I
Yeah.
love that.
And even
Yeah.
like there's the first one is God's peace and joy are mine. And I was
Yeah.
Oh,
funny that you said that word solidarity in the meditation when you were talking about peace, because for some reason when I was looking at the numerology of it all and that as I do, peace is a 3 word, and there was something to do with the context of it that was like made me. I was looking up like I don't know. I was thinking about exactly that word solidarity, really strangely in relation to peace. So I can't remember exactly what it was. But
Is it what is it then? Solidarity.
um, God, I can't remember now. It's not actually a 3 as well, but I think it's like an 8 or something, which would make sense because 8 is strength. But
Mm.
So you're not going to believe, and you probably not appreciate who I thought of when you were asking to bring people in. I thought of Donald Trump.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
I brought
Yeah.
him in, and then I brought in
Wow.
Netanyahu too.
Well, there you go. You never know. It might
Well, Well, they need our prayers maybe more than anybody else on the planet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. No, I think different people are kind of called to, and because you're so sort of interested in the politics, it does, maybe that's your role.
Yeah, maybe. I always do think in those terms of every podcast I listen to of political stuff. I do make a big effort to think in those terms of all the people involved, and I'm sure it helps. Yeah.
Oh, it must
Yeah.
do. Yeah, I mean, we probably don't realize how much it does help. Yeah, it's so amazing. I always remember those near-death experiences where people say that they see what actually has an effect on that side in this world, and it's always things like that that have a massive effect. And like all the things we think are important don't really mean anything. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, that always makes me think of, I can't remember who that was that said that, but someone who said that all like, oh, it was in like they'd had some vision or something of, or maybe it was from, but that like in the concentration camps there were like all these lights. They are like in sort of in spirit that were like the sort of love of the people that were, the love that was sort of in between each people, or like from, just prayers or whatever from the families or whatever, like yeah. So I can't really remember the context of it enough, but yeah, I think
Oh,
Yeah, people always say that the prayers were kind of a physical thing in that world. Like they created this kind of link or whatever. This kind of
oh,
yeah, it's so interesting, isn't it? It's fascinating, all of it. I love
Well,
it.
there have been lots of medical um, experiments done that people praying, great groups of people praying,
Yeah.
has an effect on outcomes in cancer and things that
Yeah.
I almost think
they,
that's a really good thing about in the States, where it's such a big thing, these prayer groups and everything, and they
yeah.
really encourage it in the hospitals and everything.